the second I am. It sounded like a breath. That good? There we go. I think that's good. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get on our backs and have your straps nearby. We're going to probably use them today. And let's see, what else do I need? Always good to have those blocks handy. Once you're on your back, first thing we want to do is take a deep breath in. And a big exhale. I gotta mute you guys. Hang on, let me mute you.
What's that?
I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is Lynn up?
What's that? Oh, I can't unmute you. Mark, I heard you start to ask a question and then I muted you and I can't unmute you. So is it something that you need to tell me right now, go ahead and unmute yourself. And if not, we'll do it after.
No, I was just asking if Lynn is okay.
Yeah, she said that she doesn't know if she has COVID or just a cold, but she's got a lot of like congestion and just feels bad and coughing. And so she said that she won't be here. And she and I did it last week. And I thought she was even telling me last week that she didn't feel great, but we just kind of went ahead and did it. But anyway, so we'll get started now. And I will mute you again, and then you can unmute yourself at the end. And I don't think I can make this bigger when it's just two of us, but I'm going to try. Can I do that? No. Yes, I can pin it. Okay, so on our backs. So many things that come up on here that aren't important. All right, I'm going to move your picture over here. All right, so we're good to go. Oh, music. So nice, relaxed breathing. Taking a breath in through the nose. Try to exhale through the nose also if you're ready for that. We want to slow down our breathing and we want to make it very purposeful, right? So we're focusing on that breath in. We inhale. On the exhale, notice any tension in the body, let it go. We don't need it. We want to keep our minds clear. Very easy to be distracted by all of the things that we constantly have going on in our world, right? But right now, you've taken some time for yourself, so every time those thoughts come back into the mind, just let them go as you exhale. Allow the breath to come into the body, opening it up. We want to get into the belly breath, but we don't want to just kind of like force it to happen. It should happen naturally. So inhale deeply, feel everything expanding outward. And the same thing on that exhale. All right. Couple more breaths here. I apologize in advance. I've been having a lot of allergies, and so I'm a little bit of a cough and sneezing, so I really hope it doesn't happen right now, but just in case. All right, one more breath here. And then before we bring our feet to the mat, as we normally do, I want you to pull your knees all the way into your chest. Right away, we just feel the whole back kind of pressing into our mat. I'm gonna have to get a drink. But the back feels long, but also spreading across the back, right? From about the shoulder blades all the way down to the hips. You want to feel everything pressing down. You can imagine like if you ever know how it is to like roll out dough, you know, it starts bigger and then it gets, or it starts small and then as we roll it out, it gets bigger. That's how your back should feel, is it's just absorbing all this area on the mat. I better leave that ready. Okay. And add a little bit of movement if you like. And even extend the feet up and flex and point them a few times. I know we generally do this anyway as we start warming up, but today I want to just start it right away. And you can flex and point as much as you want. And then we want to start going into some, circles with the feet and ankles. Do that a few times. Go quite a few one way before you go to the other direction. All right, and now when we place our feet on the mat, our knees are bent. Again, settle into that bent knees pose. You want to feel the toes pointing straight ahead, heels lining up with the hip. Nice long body and neck. Long arms as well, right? Shoulders spreading apart. Pressing into the mat, but then not using energy to keep them there. So as you relax, they might come up a little bit, if that's where your arms, your shoulders naturally are. But take a couple more breaths here with the knees bent. So we're going to do upper body movement first. We'll do a little bit of overhead stretch and then some circle or half circles, and then twisting to just kind of get everything warming up. So on the next inhale, bring the arms off the mat and just go as far as you can on that one breath. If they don't go all the way overhead, that's totally fine. You're going to bring it back down to the mat as you exhale. And then again, inhale, reach up. And exhale back down. So continue that. Again, trying to go overhead as much as you can and stretch beyond the arms, right? Don't just think of this. Think of what's happening alongside the torso, shoulders as they wrap into the upper back, across the chest. We're going to do 2 more overheads just like that. Feel free to bend the elbows a little more if you need to. So now we're going to continue, or we're going to go overhead on the inhale, but now on the exhale, I want you to do a little snow angel arc. Make sure you've got some room for that. Half circle as you come back down. And then right away we go overhead again, inhale. You're going to have to adjust the angle of your hands at some point because the palms are up, and then to start the movement they need to be down. So just do a few of those. Still getting that full stretch inhale. Bring them down, exhale. We'll do, I think, 1 or 2 more. I'm not kind of lost count. But I want you to get at least 4 or 5 of these. Now bring them back down, half angel back down. Bring them to the mat and pause here. Take a couple of breaths with no movement. And then we're going to reverse it. We're going to do the half snow angel as we inhale, reaching that overhead position at some point with the palms up, and then exhale, bring them to the mat. And again, inhale, reach them out and up. Again, think about where it's best for you to turn the palms from floor to ceiling and back down. And again, out and up, inhale, exhale down, a couple more. All right. So let's go over the head one more time. Inhale, but as you exhale, I want you to open those arms, maybe directly out from the shoulders, or you can angle up a little bit, but I just want you to be able to lay the arms completely on your mat or on the floor. And then we're going to keep those knees and feet apart in that parallel position, not touching. But we're going to do the easy twist, right? We're going to inhale here. Exhale, knees go right. Notice my knees are not together at all. My feet are not together. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, go the other way. So we're going to do this a few times. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist left. So really noticing, where do you feel this compared to the twist when we do either feet and knees touching, maybe feet on or off the mat. The other option we do sometimes is a leg crossover with the bent knees, or a single knee pulling into the twist. So they all hit us a little bit differently. So we're just still doing this real easy, 1 breath per movement. Now when you go back to the right or the first side that you did, I want you to stay longer. So let the knees come, so that right knee is going to probably come all the way down. The left knee kind of hovering somewhere above the other ankle or maybe the calf. And we're going to go ahead and look the opposite way. And inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, drop them the other way. Same thing, don't let the knees come together. And then look the opposite way if you can. All right, so from here, as we come back up, bring the arms alongside you. Scoot back on your mat if you have room. Get that strap ready. All right, so keep it, bring it back to your right side. We're gonna do a couple things with the right leg, and then we're gonna put the strap on. So take the arms back to the mat. Take a breath in and out. And then next, inhale, reach your arms over the head. Exhale, pull the right knee in. And we've already done a little bit of foot and ankle work. So we're gonna start with the right hip. So just keep the knee in a little bit longer here. And then you can keep your hand or hands on the knee or not, but we're gonna do circles of the knee to loosen up the hip, right? That ball and socket that's up in there. So I want you to move easily. Don't force anything to happen. Any speed that works for you. You don't have to go fast, but you don't have to go really, really slow either. You know what your body likes, what it can handle. All right, again, quite a few one way, and then we go the other way. All right, that should feel pretty good. We've loosened up that whole hip socket. Now go ahead and grab your strap. So we are focusing, bring it under the ball of the foot, we are focusing pretty much just the back of the leg here. All right, so it's a hamstring that go from behind the knee up into the hip, multiple muscles here, but we want to work on lengthening that, but we're going to keep the hips. They're perfectly aligned at this point. We don't want them to shift or move. We definitely don't want this right hip to come up in an effort to pull that leg in. The strap is just going to help us out here. So on your next inhale, I want you to lengthen the leg. You want to feel like the back of the leg just stretched a little bit. So think of pushing the heel away from you. Try to not lock the knee hard, but you can extend the leg more with the knees almost completely straight. And then on the exhale, we use this external tool, which is our strap, to pull the leg in. You know, you might be able to do this with your hands on the leg, but as we go into those deeper stretches, I find that having this external help allows me to go a little bit deeper than I can with my hands on the leg. So again, inhale. Every inhale, I want you to feel the back of that leg get that little stretch, a little bit longer than it would go on its own. Exhale, pull the leg in. So take some time now to get into whatever's going to be your deepest stretch. I don't like to have my hands too close to the foot because then it limits where I can put my arms when I pull in. I have my elbows going out to the side. But again, do what feels most comfortable for you. So take some time to get into your hamstring stretch. When you get to your maximum, try to just be there. Try to just allow it to get a little bit more comfortable. And then we're going to try to keep the right leg up and let that left leg stretch all the way out. Now imagine if you were standing on that left foot and extending this leg in front of you. You know, if it's above waist level, that's pretty high. If we were going to be standing with it, it would be more likely that we would have it at about hip level. And we might even be able to grab the big toe. But for now, again, just go into your end range here for your hamstring stretch. Keep that left leg out. You don't have to have the foot flexed hard the whole time. So we're going to go into the inner thigh now. So use just one hand now on the strap, or you might have your strap looped anyway. And take that left hand and press gently, you know, that little pointed bone in the front of our hip. We're going to try to keep our left hip in contact with the mat. So inhale here, exhale, let that right leg open. Go wherever you can and then stay there and inhale again. Feel that again. You can still work that heel away from you. Exhale, open the leg more. And again, we're going to let that right leg go as far as we can without letting the left hip change at all. So just take your time going into that external stretch, right? We're getting into the groin, into the right inner thigh. If you feel the left hip coming up at all, press it down, even if it brings the leg back up a little bit. So we're in our stretch again. What would it be? The height of the leg in relation to your body is entirely up to you. What if you were standing on your left foot and holding that leg out to the side? That would be that same feeling. Take one more breath here, full breath in, full exhale. Now next inhale, right leg comes up. We're going to change hands. Open the right arm as we exhale and let that right leg go across. Your right hip has to come off the mat here. If you're limited by a wall, maybe scooch over a bit. You can even use the wall. Sometimes I like to have my foot rest on the wall. It allows me to get a little deeper into the stretch without feeling like I'm just holding this leg right above the floor. So wherever's going to work for you, you're going to feel it all outside the hip. Shoulders are still even on the mat, even though the right hip is up. Ooh, that feels good. Now bring the right leg back up. Take both hands back onto your strap. Go into your hamstring stretch again. Option to just stay right there, do 4 or 5 more breaths here, or we can use the strap and the arms to pull our upper body up and bring that leg in toward the head in toward the right leg. One more breath. All right, take the strap off, move it over to the left, stretch your right leg out. Does it feel longer than the left? Mine literally does. Maybe I'm imagining it, but it does feel a little bit longer. So take the arms overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. And then we're going to start everything all over again. Feet on the mat, arms alongside the body. We got to do that whole left side. Let's see where we are. I tend to spend so much time on this because I do love it. And then sometimes I'm like, oh no, whoa, now we don't have any time to do anything else, but we'll have plenty of time. So here we go. Take a breath in and out, just making sure that everything's aligned here in your bent knees pose. And then the next inhale, you're going to bring those arms over the head. And on the exhale, you're going to pull the other knee in. Again, like we said, we did our feet and our ankles a little bit, so we're just going to go right into the hip and the hamstring. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I have all these allergies. I don't know what is happening in the world with the pollen, but even my eyes are, I'm sorry I keep rubbing my eyes, but they are driving me crazy today. I actually think I'm going to have to go see an allergist. I just feel like they're just getting really bad as I've gotten older. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and start moving that knee in a circle. So you can go any direction because we always go both, right? So whatever feels good. Loosen it up, move it around. Of course, we go both ways. All right. And things feel pretty good. We're going to extend the leg up. Kind of see like, where's your hamstring stretch without the strap. And then go ahead and grab that strap and loop it under the ball of your foot. Leg extends up. Keep that ankle from twisting up or down or side to side. That foot feels flat. And again, just check to make sure that the hips are staying even as we begin this. Take a breath in, press the heel away from you, that extending the back of that leg. On the exhale, a little bit of pressure on the strap. So just work on this on your own. Get yourself into a deeper stretch. Try to not let too much tension creep into the upper body. You know, if you start using the arms, that you start getting into weird angles or anything, just make sure you're not letting this get all tight up here. So go into whatever you can, working on that hamstring stretch. All right, maybe you're there, maybe you're not there yet. But I want you to stretch out the other leg when you're ready. When you feel like you're in your max, we're going to stretch out the other leg. We're going to try to stay here in our hamstring stretch. Again, looking at where you would be, like if you were standing up and just lifting that leg in front of you versus, maybe it's quite a bit higher here. You also, you can always have that knee bent as much as you need it to be. So this is all about working on the stretch. All right, so we're getting ready to go into that inner thigh stretch now. So we're going to take use just our left hand on the strap now and bring that right hand and place it onto the front of that right hip. Now take a breath in at the top. On the exhale, start opening that leg as far as you can. Maybe you need to inhale again. Let's scoot over here. Exhale, open the leg more. Same thing. If you have a wall near you and you want to use it, it's not a bad thing. Now, don't let this hip come up, right? Don't roll so much weight into that leg. But if you want to use it to give you a little bit of support, totally fine. So we're in this inner thigh stretch. Even noticing how does that feel compared to the other one, we try to balance things out as much as we can, but our bodies are just built in certain ways. And a lot of times, the dominant leg, the dominant arm, they have more strength or balance or different things like that. So it's not unusual to have differences from right side to left side. So we're a couple more breaths here in our inner thigh stretch. All right, now when you're ready, you're going to bring the leg up as you inhale. We right away change hands and we exhale and let the left leg come across. Left hip cannot be on the mat here, right? We wouldn't get very far. So go where you can. But we are going to keep that left shoulder, left arm on. I have more tightness on the outside of my left hip. Sometimes I have to come out of that for a minute because I almost get like a cramp. And that is my more recent hip, so I guess it's just not quite able to go where the other one can. But if you get any kind of cramping at all, immediately come out of it. Let that muscle relax. Try it again if you can. The other option here too is bending the knee. Sometimes that's a little bit less intense with the leg going across. So wherever you can go. Both shoulders are on your mat. And I want you to bring it back up. Go into your hamstring stretch again. Both hands are helping you now. Even if you have a loop on your strap, I feel like it's, I don't know, I just like to distribute the weight between both hands. I mean, you can certainly just use one hand if you like, but when you get into this hamstring stretch, your other option is now to bring that upper body off the mat, trying to bring your head in toward the leg. All right. So go ahead and take the strap off. We're going to move it off to the side. We're going to do a quick little full body stretch, arms over the head, inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale again. And exhale, relax. Now we're going to come immediately up onto our feet. Now I know most of the time now we would sit up or we'd go to hands and knees or all of that. But we've already gotten through about half of our class just working on the hips. So let's stand up right away. So bring the knees in. Now if you want to roll to your side, come on up, you can do that. But if you want to bring the knees in, use a little momentum. Again, first of all, of course, knees in, roll the back a little bit. Use a little momentum. and then as quickly as you can. If you can get right up, go ahead and do that. I saw that on like a little video about like things that older people should try to do. I know that I can't do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up and I'm going to immediately turn over, come into a forward bend, and I'm just going to roll it up. So normally we would not be getting up that quickly, but we're just doing it a little bit differently for today. So once you get all the way upright, I want you to come to the top of your mat and find your mountain pose. Make sure we're still recording here. Yep. Okay. So we're finding our mountain pose. Now this is where you might want to have blocks handy at the front of the mat. And feel free to have the strap nearby because we are going to do dancer pose today, so you might want that. So you start in mountain pose. Shift your weight to the ball of the foot and the heels. If you've got a wall nearby and you need it, use it. I want you to feel the weight through all 5 toes. Don't let the feet roll out or roll in. Right, so all 5 toes, ball of the feet. Shift front to back a couple times. Look at the angles of your feet. If you want your toes to touch, big toes to touch, that's fine. If your knees kind of roll in a little bit as you get into that, you want to rotate the upper thigh so that the kneecaps are lined up over the ankles, over the feet, not rolling in. Okay? Shoulders up and back, broaden your chest. Grow as tall as you can through the crown of the head. All right, take a breath in and out. All the way to the belly. Exhale, let go of your tension. Those distracting thoughts that might have floated in, let them go. Next, inhale, bring the arms up. Palms together. Exhale, slowly. Come to your forward bend. Round it over. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the head get heavier. Stretch more into the spine. Use your block anytime you need it. Now, hands on the legs or the block. Inhale, extend the spine parallel to the floor. Exhale, back into your forward bend. Tuck the belly tight. Let the knees soften if you need it. Roll it up. Once you're upright, arms over the head, hands to the heart. Back to mountain pose. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, roll down, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, roll it back up. Arms up and over, palms together. Go into a little back bend here if you can. Lift through the upper back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Back to mountain pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, stretch it over to one side. Keep that arm up. The other hand can come to the legs or the hip for support, but reach up and over. Stretch to the side of the body, all the way down to the outside edge of that foot. Inhale, bring both arms up. Press the shoulders down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, stretch it over the other side. Same thing. I want you to really feel, don't let the wrist or the elbow bend at all. It's long, it's extended, it continues to reach. And inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. You can continue to roll down if you like, or dive into that forward bend if you like. Inhale, lift halfway, straighten. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come up, rolling up or extended, long spine as we come up. Exhale, again, easy little back bend here. Exhale to mountain pose. Moving on this time, inhale, forward bend, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend, hands to the mat. Step into your plank. Inhale as you get into that plank. Exhale as you lower slowly. Modify the plank if you like. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to child's pose. 3 breaths. Come to all fours. Hands and knees aligned under the hips and shoulders. Take a breath in, cow pose. Lift the chest and tailbone. Exhale, arch into cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. When you arch into cat pose, pull that belly tight, drop the head down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward dog, but short downward dog. Leave your hands where they are. Tuck the toes under. This should be a little easier or less distance at first, right? So maybe you can get the heels to the mat, but I still want you to work one heel at a time. Keep it pressed down. So we are pressing away from the hands. I'm not as focused on my spine right now and my torso as I am those lower legs. Heel to the mat, other heel to the mat. Shift that weight a few times. And then press both heels down. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to walk out to that plank again. Take the hands with you. Inhale as you get there. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale to all fours again. Stay here, exhale. Next, inhale, right leg extends back, left arm extends forward. Exhale, lower them both. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower, pull the belly tight if you wobble at all. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg only, extend it back. Flex the foot, push the heel away from you. Now point the foot. Now relax the foot somewhere in between. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the leg in the back. Exhale, knee under as you arch the back. Knee comes toward the forehead. Inhale, extend the leg, lift the chest, lift the leg in back. Try to not let the hip shift too much. Exhale, arch, knee under. Inhale, leg back, chest up. Exhale, knee under. One more time. Inhale, leg back, lift the chest. Exhale, knee under. Inhale, left arm, right leg extend. Stay there, exhale. One more inhale, feel the fingertips and heels stretch further. Exhale, lower, all fours. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, back to straight back. Stay on all fours. Left leg up. Flex the foot as hard as you can. Point the foot as hard as you can. Come to that middle ground. Foot is kind of relaxed. Now inhale, lift the chest, lift the leg in the back. Exhale, knee under, arch the back. Inhale, leg lift, chest up. Exhale, arch, pull the knee toward the forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee under. Inhale, extend the left leg. Right arm, find your balance. Take a breath in and out. And inhale and exhale, hands and knees on the mat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Drop those hips back. Stretch the arms forward. Gotta get some fresh air. Now, We're gonna go into the full flow with downward dog. We're gonna just do that a couple of times, get into some warrior work from the mat, from downward dog. So if you're just not feeling that today, feel free to approach it any other way that's gonna work for you. All right, so when you're ready, come to your downward dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Arms stay forward. Lengthen that spine, pull those hips back. All right, come to downward dog again when you're ready. Inhale to plank. Now you can exhale, lower into cobra, or if you want to go about halfway down and inhale into that upward dog, you can do that. You can still go through child's pose or directly into your downward dog. So this really creates a lot more heat in the body when we start getting in and out of the poses from downward dog. So again, just listen to your body. If it's going to work for you today, great. If not, fine. Modify what you need to. 2 more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower to cobra or halfway down. Inhale to that upward dog. Exhale through child's pose or go directly into downward dog. One more time on your own. Whatever level you're feeling today. When you get to downward dog, get there 2 to 3 breaths. Step that right foot through. Come up into a high lunge. So just on the ball of the left foot. Front knee is bent. Back leg, the knee's soft, right? Can be as straight or bent as you want, but you are balancing on that back foot. Make sure those feet aren't lined up on this one. Find your balance. Work through the center of the body. Bring the arms up. Now exhale, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Now you are going to line up that front heel back arch. Whoops. Rotate the body to the side of the mat. Take the arms at shoulder height. Relax. Feel that energy from fingertip to fingertip. Also to the back foot. Now, come into your side angle. Start out here. Extend that left arm up. Option 2, extend it all the way over. Now bring that left arm up in half bind behind the lower back, reaching for this right hip crease and opening that left shoulder. Take your gaze higher. All right, extend the left arm up. Come back to warrior 2. Reverse warrior, take that palm up. Back to warrior 2, take a breath in and out. And one more. Next, inhale, come to your high lunge again. So you gotta scooch that foot over. Rebalance here. Take a breath in and out. Take a breath in to prepare and spinal twist to the right. Rotate that body, left arm reaching forward. Don't lean too much in either direction. Stay right in the middle. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale into warrior 1, so plant that back foot. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, squeeze a little more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale into downward dog, however you can get there. Come to downward dog, stretch it all out. I'm going to flip around and do the other side. All right, from your downward dog, remember we're going to go right into our balancing lunge or our high lunge. So when you're ready, step that left foot through. Bring the right foot in wherever you need it. Even when you're upright, you can always readjust. Like, oh, I want to do a little bit more. Step back, but this front knee always stays over the ankle, over the, about the arch of the foot. Bring the arms up, shoulders down. Take a breath in and out. Keep working to keep that balance. Keep lifting the heart. Next, inhale, prepare. Exhale, open to warrior two. Opening it up now to the other side of the mat. Always just look at that alignment really quickly. Make sure it's where you want it. Relax the shoulders, look over that left arm. Side angle pose, lean in. Start with the arm reach up. Those fingertips are stretching all the way up. And then extended variation option. Inhale, bring that right arm up. Half bind, we're gonna wrap it behind our lower back. Again, trying to kind of tuck it into that left hip crease and open that shoulder and gaze up. And extend the arm up. Inhale, come back up to warrior two and right into reverse warrior. Cramp. All right, back to warrior two. Inhale, exhale. One more. Now inhale, prepare. Exhale, back to your high lunge. Find your balance. Take a breath in and out. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate left. Bring that right arm around to the front. Inhale back to the front. Exhale into warrior one. Plant that right foot behind you. Lift the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, squeeze even more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, downward dog. Come into your downward dog, take 3 breaths. And then step back to the top of your mat in a forward bend. I'm going to flip around to the other side. All right, so you're in your forward bend, just relax. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend, roll it up. Take your time. Arms up and over the head, hand to the heart. Back to mountain pose. All right, we're going to work on our dancer pose balance today. So use a strap if you have trouble making that connection behind you. Even if you feel like even strapping doesn't help, like you can strap your left foot, just using it as an example. You still can only go about here. That's okay. Sometimes on this one, it's harder to set up, but easier to control if you loop it. So I'm going to do that just as a little demo here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make a really pretty small strap. But what happens when you loop it is you have more to work with over your shoulder. So use the wall if you need to. Lasso that foot. Okay, now I'm going to do it here so you can see my leg from the side. Start in mountain pose. As you start to pull this leg up behind you, I want you to try to approach it from over the shoulder. See how much more strap I have? You can't really see because of this black thing. Let me move here. So I have much more strap than if I have the strap in half, basically, right? It's a much shorter strap. So if this is a harder pose for you, I'm going to encourage you to take the time to loop that strap and try it from here. So again, I'm going to maybe use the wall if I feel like I need a little extra help. And then you're going to bring this foot up, start to bring the foot up. Now, as I shift, don't have anything visible happening. You start in mountain pose, one foot comes up, this foot's still mountain pose. Bring this up behind you. Now, don't let the knee move in front, don't let the knee move out. Go to where you can, but keep the knees parallel to each other. Play around with taking the arm off the wall if you can. Maybe you want to even bring the strap up more. Maybe you can then make that connection. Woo, lots of things to happen, but no matter how far this foot goes, remember in our eventual dancer pose, we're extending the leg back anyway, so we don't have to keep it right touching the hip the whole time. So again, play around with this. Keep growing on that support leg. Don't shift your weight down or out. All right, we're going to come out of that. If it's really feeling great and you got it today, just stay with it as long as you want to. If you had a loop for that foot, try the other foot as well. Same thing, you're going to loop that foot. Start in mountain pose. And then remember, we want to bring this foot up, but try to approach from over the shoulder. Stand tall, reaching up, using the wall or not. Start to pull this foot up. So again, whether you're using a strap or not, keep growing, staying tall. And again, whatever level you're at for today is great. We have opportunities every time. And sometimes we just have to be okay with, we're not always progressing at the rate we want to. That's okay. All right. As you come out of it, once again, if you were using that strap, just go ahead and put it off to the side. If you were not directly at the front of the mat, go ahead and come on back. We're going to make our way back down. So start in mountain pose again. Take a breath in and out. One more. Now inhale, bring the arms up. Go into that little back bend if you like. Roll down or exhale and dive into your forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend that spine every time, long and straight. Exhale, forward bend, hands to the mat. Make your way into your plank one more time. Inhale here, exhale lower. Inhale, only cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Arms forward for a breath. And then bring those arms either alongside the legs, or you can bring them under the forehead if you like. And we're going to come out of that, and we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Another opportunity for the strap, if forward bends here tend to be a little bit challenging for you. Get your hip bones grounded under you, just like that mountain pose upper body, nice and tall. Bring the arms up, inhale, exhale, forward bend. Again, grab that strap if it helps you, or hands on the feet or the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward bend. Take your time. All right, go ahead and come up. Flex and point the feet a couple times. Circle the feet one way and the other. Let's do that forward bend one more time. So same thing, get as tall as you can. Inhale, exhale, extend, reach forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move forward. So again, take some time getting into that forward bend. All right, now slowly come out of that. I want you to bend the knees and either roll down from here or feel free to roll to your side and come on down. But the end goal is to just get onto the back and bring those knees in. Oh, doesn't that feel so good after all the work? Just bring the knees in and relax. Bring the feet up a little higher, flex and point them. You should have a little bit more range of motion here than when we're sitting. And circling the ankles one way. And how we're doing for time. Never enough time, is there? But giving yourself even just this hour, barely an hour of yoga is never going to be a bad thing, right? Now, let's go ahead and let's keep the right knee in and stretch the left leg all the way out. And actually, you do whatever works best for you. I'm doing this because of where I'm oriented on my mat. So the right knee is in, left leg is straight. Now let's try that hamstring stretch without the strap and just see where we can go. 2 or 3 breaths here with the right leg extended, left leg out. All right, now the next inhale, bend the right knee at the same time, opening the right arm. Exhale, twist, pull that right knee across. Keep the right shoulder down. All right, come out of that. Let's thread the needle, right foot on that left knee. Bring the left foot up if you like. All right, let's uncross again, knees in. We're going to keep the left leg in, right leg's going to stretch all the way out. Extend that left leg up, hamstring stretch. Take a breath in, bend the left knee, open the left arm, exhale, twist, pull the knee across. Ooh, is it going to pop in your back when you do that? Couple more breaths here. And then onto the back, left foot on the right knee, thread the needle. You don't have to bring the foot up off the mat ever. And then uncross. Roll the back. We're going to do one more twist. This time we are going to have the knees and feet touching, but you can bring them to the mat if you want it to be just a little bit, less intense. But earlier we had the feet apart. We definitely want them together now. Open those arms. Whenever you are ready, take a little bit deeper breath in. On the exhale, let the knees go right and look to your left. Next inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, drop them to your left and look to your right. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Last time for that lower back roll, we're gonna take the legs a little further apart now. Come into happy baby, whatever variation you like. I find that I can go a little deeper if I do one leg at a time. I like to do the straddle. I mean, whatever feels good at this point, right? Get all those little kinks out. Last second, you probably feel pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna bring the feet together. Slowly bring your feet down and then let your legs stretch all the way out. Take those arms over the head again. Full body stretch as you inhale. On the exhale, letting everything relax. Take a resting breath here. We're going to do that stretch a couple more times. So on the next inhale, again, elongate through every arm, leg, muscle of the body. Exhale, let it all relax. And one more time, full body stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, now we're going to bring those arms somewhere below the shoulders. We don't want them too close to the body though. We want to feel all this open space around us. Let the legs separate a little bit more. There should be no energy in the hands and feet. Start to focus on that deeper breath again. Inhale. Be aware of what's tight and full of tension that you don't need. And exhale, let it go. And again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And last exhale, all the tension leaves the body. Focus on your breathing now. Give yourself a couple minutes, final relaxation, so important. Letting both the body and the mind rest, even a couple minutes is so helpful. So try to keep your focus on just your breath and just give yourself a couple minutes here. You could stay longer on your mat if you like. If you are ready to come back up, we want to take it slowly. We want to move the hands and feet a little bit, fingers and toes, and go from the slowest movements you can to bring yourself up carefully. Hey guys, namaste. I'm going to come over to you. And then off.
Namaste.